Okay, hello everyone. Merry Christmas. I'm so glad to have you here once again. Thank you so much for the support and everything. It's December and we'll be having two more keyholder hacks to do and we'll be done. In 2022, we are not entering 2022 with keyholder hacks again. Okay, so we'll be trying something different in 2022 like the flower pot, bracelet, chains. Okay, we'll be trying something like this, like a flower pot or the flower vase. Okay, and also we'll be going to a different place, another how do you call it, B store at the Makola Mall in Accra. Okay, and then we'll be doing something different, totally different from keyholder hacks we have been doing the whole of 2021. Okay, thank you so much for the support. Okay, so today we are going to try two different shape keyholder hacks and we'll be done for 2021. Thank you so much. So let's start the tutorial we have for today. Okay, so what we will need for today is the 0.703 as usual. Then our scissors and the key holder chain. That will be it, and we are good to start with today's tutorial. Okay, so we'll be using this kind of beads. It's the same beads we use for making a purse. Okay, right. Unlike the purse, you start with 4, but this one we are starting with 3. All right, with this kind of beads. Okay. So you first put one on it this way, then one on the other side, this way. Then you cross with the third. Cross with a third. Alright. Alright. We have a bit tangling because of the length of the rope. So yeah. So we have the base looking like this. Okay. Alright. So keep putting one. Sorry. Put one here this way. Then we put one on the other side. This way. Then we cross with the third. We cross with the third one. Cross this way. So you pull. Yeah. Right. So you have something looking like this. Okay. So we are going to keep putting one here, then we cross with a third one. So one, cross with a third. Because it's a key holder, we don't need it lengthy. So we are going to make 6 of this. So right now we have 2. We have 1 and 2. We started our base was 1, the 3. That was our base. That's 1, and this 2. So we need 4 more. 4 more to go. Alright. here. So we have one. Let's try and count this. Okay. So we have the base one, we have two, we have three, we have four, then we have five. So one more. Okay, so since we are making a bead length of 6, then it means we will have to turn on the sixth one. Okay, so to turn, for the turning point, if we are to turn to the right, you feel the beads on your left. Okay, so this is a bead race of 3. We weave a bead race of 3. So it means we put 2 here, right here. We are going this way, so we are putting it here, 2 here, then we cross with a third one. Okay, so let's try that. All right. We put the 2 bead here, sorry, the 2 bead here, 1, 2, then we cross with a third one, like this. Okay, good. All right. Okay. See what we have here. now have our thread facing this direction. Now have it facing this direction, okay? But we are not weaving to this direction. We want to weave alongside the edge of the bead. So we will have to make another turn to the right. Okay, so since we are moving to this direction, we are moving to the right, then we have to fill the beads on the left. Fill two on the left and cross with a third one. All right. Okay, so we have this. Then we have this. Right. Then cross with a third one. This way. Right. It's normal for the rope to tangle. That is if the thread is too lengthy. It's normal. Vous voyez? So you see, now we will have our bead flowing on the edge of the beads because it's facing this direction now. Okay, good. So after making that turn, okay, so we will run our thread through the bead, the white bead on top here on this lane. Hope you see what I'm seeing. Okay, so I run the thread through this bead, sorry, this one, the white one right here. Okay, so I have something like this. So all I'll need is to fill one bead here and cross with the third one. Since I passed the thread through this one, it looks more like I've filled the other side of the bead. So I'll put one here, then I cross. Okay, I'll keep passing the thread through the beads adjacent here to make it look like I'm filling this thread. So all I'll need to do is fill this one and cross. So we will need two. Now, I fill this lane. Okay, so then I cross. Good. So again, I run this thread through the adjacent bead. All right. Okay. So I fill this lane. All right. Then I cross. So that's what you keep doing till you reach the sixth one or the last one. Right. All right. We are almost at the top. Almost. One more beat to go. Then we are at the top. All right. All right. So finally, we are at the top. Okay. So we run our thread through this bead. That's the topmost bead. This one at the edge. Okay. Okay. So now with this done, we are going to the left direction, this direction. So we need to fill this bead. Okay, so we fill it with one, then we cross with the second. All right. Okay. So there's a thread. We fill it with one. This way. All right. So we cross with the second. All right. Okay. So now we'll have to flow to the left. So we'll fill this rope while we use this thread to pass through the various bead sections. Okay, just like we did previously. All right. Good. So the difference with the third row is that instead of three, you start with two. Okay, so you put one here, then you cross with the second. Alright, so we put one on it, then we cross with the second one. Alright. Okay. So we run our thread through the adjacent bead. Okay. So we run the bead through this right adjacent to it. Okay. Alright. So here we continue with the bead flow by putting one here and crossing with the other. Since we are now using this thread to pass through the adjacent bead, we only need to fill this one. Okay. Alright. Okay, so we we will just use this thread to pass through the various sections of the bead while we fill this thread rather and cross. Okay, so just like we did previously, we just need two. We put one on it, cross with the third. Sorry, I mean the second. All right. All right. Then cross with the second. Okay. Sure. Sure. So we'll continue by putting the thread, this one, through this one. Then we'll fill this thread with one and cross with the second. So it will continue to flow normally like the normal weave flow. Okay, good. Alright. So we're going to run this thread through this one, through this. Then we'll fill this and cross. So keep doing that till the end, till our turning point. Okay, so with this turning point, there's nothing different with it. Here, okay, so we want to move to this direction. That's the right. So we'll fill the left and cross. So we put two and cross. Okay, so we put one on it and cross with the second one. Right. All right. So again, we're going to this direction. This time we need three, so we put two on it and cross with the third one in order to flow on the edge of the bead. Okay. For the fourth one, we will stop midway. That's on the third bead or on the third count. Yes, so let's do that. So then we cross with the third one. Good. So we run this thread through the white bead here, then put one here and cross with the second. Right. Right. Good. So we are on the second count. That is 1 and 2. 1, 2. So one more. One more. Since we are stopping midway, that's on the third count. Then we'll be turning on the third. So we need to face this direction. We're going this way. We're going to the left direction. So yes, as usual, you will need to. So we'll fill. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so you fill this thread. You put one here and cross with the second in order to move to the next direction. Okay, good. So there we are. We're having something looking like this. All right, good. So we're going to this direction. So we'll fill this bead, put two on it and cross with the third one in order to turn to this direction. All right. You see? All right. So we are going to end it normally, just like how we weave the bead flow. Just weave the bead to the top. Yes, weave it to the top. All right. So let's try that. All right. So we are at the top. We are left with one more bead to make a complete C flow. So we will need to. We have gotten to the turning point. So just turn. That's your right. So turn. Make a right turn. Okay. Just make a right turn and we'll be done. A normal turning point. No difference. A normal turning point. Put one here and cross. Just need one bead, then cross. So you should have your bead looking like something like this, a heart shaped, okay, heart shaped key holder. So go ahead and make a duplicate of this. Then we'll join them together. Okay. So I have mine here. I already have my duplicate. Okay. All right. Good. So I'll go ahead and I'll join them together. So let's watch how that's done.
Before we go ahead to make the duplicate, we are left with one more stage to go. We'll follow the same bead thread. Okay, so for our turning point, we'll fix one bead to our right. Then we'll cross with the other. So we just need two. We fix one bead on it, then we cross with the other bead. So we'll have something looking like this. Something like this. Our next step follows the normal bead flow where we run the thread through the bead, then we cross with the other. Done running the thread through, so we will fix one bead on the other thread, then we cross. Final stage involves three steps. We are done with the first and the second, so the last one we just need one bead. We cross with the final bead, then we are done.
Okay, so we have finally come to the end of the bead weaving. So right now we have to join the two together, but we'll have to pass the thread through to make it a little stronger. Then we can cut off our excess thread. Okay, so let's try that. Right. Okay, so for the joining, I'll advise we use the 0.40 millimeters thread. Alright, you can use the same thread, okay? You can use the 0.70, but for inconveniences, see, because the 0.70 is a little bit thicker than this one, probably if we try joining we will have problems. But it would work though, it will work, but I don't want us to have any inconveniences. So we are using the 0.40 millimeter strip. Okay, so we are about joining the two beads together, and we are starting from the edge. All right. Okay, so we are joining this from this angle. So we will need the thread, but we will put a bead on, a single bead on the thread before we run the separate sections of the thread through the separate bead to join them together. So we put one bead on. I'm using the black bead so it can make a perfect demarcation so you don't get confused. Okay, so I picked one edge of the bead, then see this, around my thread through like this. Then I pick the other side, perfect. All right, let me check it again. Good. Here. All right. See this. All right. Okay. So you run. So you will use the thread to pass through one edge of the bead, then you use the other to pass to the other edge of the bead, then you cross. So here you just keep crossing, okay, with a single one. You pass the thread through one edge, pass the other side through another bead, then you cross. Okay. It might not be clear now, but when I'm done, or maybe when I get to a point, you get what I'm saying. Alright. So pick one, then you cross. A normal crossing. Alright. Okay, so this is what we are doing. Okay. So you first put a bead on the thread, okay? Then you run the thread through the separate sides or the separate edges of the separate bead, then you cross. So you keep running the bead through, just like how we fill the different sides of the thread. You put the thread through one bead here, put one through another here, then you cross with one. So that's exactly what we are doing right now. Okay, so you cross. We're trying to close the gap, right? So we're closing the gap. So you keep running the thread through and crossing with one. So you are done with no spacing. You are filling the whole space. Okay. So keep running the thread through the adjacent sides. Then you cross with one. Keep doing that till the space is filled, all the space. There's no gap. Okay. Right. We are almost done. Almost there. Okay, so we are almost done sealing our key holder. We are left with the side and we'll be done. Okay. All right, so we are finally done with closing all the gap around the bead. Okay. Okay, so this is our heart-shaped key holder, right? Okay, so we are going to use the thread to pass through a couple of beads to make it stronger. Okay. Okay, so at this point, we are about joining the key holder. So we pass the thread through at the dip right here to get something like this. So this, we pass the thread through the dip that is here. We join the rope together this way. Join the rope together. Join it together. Then you drop 4 beads on it. Okay. So we have 1. We have 2. 3. So we need more, at least 1 more. All right, let's see. Okay, that is 4. Let's add 1 more to make it 5. So we have 5 beads now. Okay, we have 5 beads now. So we split the thread, then we run our key holder chain through it this way. Then we tie. We tie normal knots. Okay. So you can go ahead and make a loop knot. Loop knot goes this way. Make a loop. Then you run the thread through it. Then you pull. Okay. Do the same thing. A loop. Then you pull. Yeah. So when you get it secured, you can cut off your excess thread. Alright. So we have our key holder. I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you so much for joining me once again. God bless you.